Hello everybody, this is Desmond2530 back again. Today I'm going to be making a short video talking about the SMGs in the game, as I'm going to be doing with all the weapons. And if we have enough time, I will also talk about the sniper rifles, because I think the sniper rifles need a bit of a buff at the moment. That being said, let's get into it. So, what SMGs are there? Well, we have the Milano, like 821, which was like the Tilano 821, something like that in the alpha. Whatever, it's an Uzi. It's a Uzi-like weapon. But let's get into that. So we also have the MP5 at the moment, and the oh my lord, I'm trying to think of the gun's name. The AK-74U. So let's get into it. So firstly, we have the MP5, which is the starting gun. So the MP5 is a very bad weapon in my opinion to use, except for in very certain scenarios, because the weapon, whilst it's very fast firing with it, I believe it has like an 850 RPM, something like that, like it's a really high RPM. The issue is that the weapon has a very pitiful damage range. Its notes for me, its notes in my terms are that it has fairly good recoil, it has extremely low damage range, and that it does not reload very fast. As for the gun itself, damage-wise, it starts off at 32 damage, which is really good, makes it a 5-shot kill. Same as the XM4, but it also shoots faster, so it'll kill really, really fast in this game. But outside of, I believe, around 10 meters, the damage falls off to what seems to be almost in the 20 damage range, which 150, how many times does that, well, how many shots is that to kill? That's a lot. Even with 25 is 6 shots to kill. So even below that, it's like 20, so it's like 7 or 8 shots to kill in some cases. But generally, you're thinking anywhere between a 3 to 6 shot kill, which I think is fairly bad. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Milano, because I think it is the best SMG at the moment. So, the Milano is a very slow-firing, highly accurate SMG with very good damage and damage range. So, the Milano does, I believe, 34 damage, or around the same damage as all the other SMGs with the mid to high 30s that we've seen. Big issue with it is that its fire rate is very low. But as for my standouts for it, it is a weapon with extremely good range, extremely easy to control, and it's its handling is very, very nice. Simply put, the weapon's biggest downside is just that it doesn't fire fast enough in close range, but it can hold itself up against assault rifles and stuff like that. And there will be many gameplays of all the beta gameplays I have where you'll see clips of that where I'm fighting people that I probably shouldn't be winning against with an SMG that slow, but I am, just because of how good the damage is. Otherwise, we go on to the last one, which is the one I've had the least experience with, but I still like it, and that is the AK-74U. So the AK-74U is sort of like the assault rifle hybrid gun in this game. So essentially, it has damage and like slightly below average damage range for an assault rifle, but it has higher damage than most of the SMGs. I believe it does this. I believe it is a 4-shot kill, but don't quote me. But it also fires pretty fast. I believe it's in the 600 or like low 700s range, which is really good. Effectively, it competes with the XM4. That's like the gun you can compare it to, except that it has a faster reload and better handling stats in return for higher recoil and a few other things. Overall, my stance of it is a weird weapon to use at first because its controllability seems quite hampered. But as long as you run iron sights and some recoil attachments, the gun is fine. Its overall stats are very average if you were comparing it to an assault rifle, but very, very, very good for an SMG. And as for the last note, I would say the last note is just that it is an easy-to-use weapon that is very good in close quarters and medium range alike. Okay, so we got some time left, so time to talk about the snipers. So the Pellington, I'm just going to go into notes on these because they're basically the same gun except that with aim down sights and reload changes. So the Pellington is a non-mag fed one, so you don't reload from a mag, you reload like each bullet at a time. The aims down sights are quite fast for a sniper rifle, but also has extremely bad damage. Specifically being the fact that I can't one-shot to even middle chest most of the time, it has to be upper chest. And as for my standouts for it, it's high rate of fire, it's a fast aim down sight speed, and overall it's very fast handling. As for the Tundra is a mag-fed one that's supposed to deal more damage, but basically has the same one-shot kill areas, but aims down sights around 5 times slower than it. As for notes of it, is a extremely bad weapon when it comes to actually using it like a sniper rifle. It does not have the damage it needs. It aims down sight way too slowly, and even with mag-fed reloads, it is a very slow weapon overall. I think they either need to buff it damage-wise or buff it reload speed / aim down sights-wise. That being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed me talking about the sniper rifles and the SMGs. Next episode I should probably be talking about the light machine guns and the shotguns. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Desmond1230 signing off.